Page 223, Waltz in F major. Well, at least we know what key it's in. And it's a waltz. That means it's probably in 3/4 time, although it doesn't have to be. It just has to have a 3 feel to it. Now, this is a lesson on harmonizing. They give us the melody, and they give us the chord numbers underneath the melody. It means you got to know what key it's in because the chord numbers are in relation to the key. But first, I need to learn the melody in 6/8 time with a pickup beat. And you think, wait a minute, 6/8 time, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Most of the time it is. But it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, it can do that. We're coming on beat 6 though. Here, right hand. 1 and 2 and 3. I like this fingering. This sets us up for coming. Let's take a look at measure 8. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 and 4 and 5 and 6 and because the dotted 8th note is on beat 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4 and 5 and then 6 and then the rest of this is the same as that. So I mean, it would go a little faster than that. The famous melody, although they changed it at the end. Now let's make sure we know what the chords are. We're starting out in the key of F major, starting out with a 1 chord. And then that V6/5, that is a 5/7 chord. And this, so you're saying, wait a minute, there's no V7. What's going on? The 6/5 implies a 7th chord because you can't have an inversion, 6/5 inversion with a triad. There's not enough notes. It doesn't work. So it is a 7th chord, and they just, it's the regular one, it's the inversion we're after. Because the 5 chords here, and we're just doing first inversion here. We're leaving out that note. It's this typical inversion we've been doing on the primary chords. 1, that's all this is. This is a 5/7, 1, 5/7, 1, 5/7, or 5/6/5, as I thought. And now they want 5/7 of 2. Well, there's 2. The 5 of that is this. I'm going to come down here. It's got to be a major triad, and then that is 7. So that is the 5/7 of the 2. You could do it this way, and the same pattern we did the other, a 5/7 of something. But in the music, they're calling for root position. It's not a 6/5 thing. It's a root position. So that's this. Here. That's the 2. And then back to the 5/7, 1, then a 4. However you finger it, I don't care. 1, and then a 5/7 of 5. There's the 5 here. I'll go down here. That's the 5 chord. And I want a 5/7 of that. So there's the 5 of that. But it's got to be a major triad now. So it's a B natural, and then add the 7th. So that is the 5/7 of the 5, and then probably resolve to the 5 chord here. So we were on 1 chord, so 1 chord, then 5/7 of the 5 chord, going into a 5/7. So instead of resolving to the 5, it's the 7th chord. It's this. I don't know where I'm at. But I went from the 5/7 of the 5 here back to the 5 chord, or 5/7 chord in the key of F is here. because that's F. That's the 5 chord. And that goes to the 1. Then now we're in the inversion again. 5 7 1 5 7 1 5 7. And then we go to the 5 7 of the 2. Well, the 2 is here. The 5 would be there. I go down here. Major, because it's got to be major in here, so it's that. And that resolves to the 2. And then we go back to the 5 7 1 4. So those are sort of the chords. It'll only take me a couple hours to figure all that mess out. But it's good practice. Then I want to hear the chord, the harmony with the melody. So let's see what it is. I'm going to play that chord. Normally I've got notes here. I'll play it in the right hand. Then for one chord, I get that 5 7 of the 2 that's here. 2. 5 7 for one chord here, then a 4 chord, then a 1 chord, then a 5 7 of the 5 chord. Remember all that mess out. It's here, and then we get the 5 7 chord. Then for one chord, we get the 5 7 of the 2 is here. And then going to the 2 chord. And 5 7 again. 1 4 1 5 7. So we get those worked out, and then gradually work out that hesitation. Let's pretend we did all that and go on. The transposing at the bottom, because we haven't had enough fun yet, or we haven't shot ourselves yet, or had enough to drink. I'm not sure what the problem is here, but they want us to go into the key of G major. So we're going from F major, we're going to go up one step to G major. So we're going from one flat to one sharp. So in the music, all the notes go up 1. Instead of an F, it's a G. And just take them all up 1 and play in the key of G major, which has 1 sharp here. Gotta use the F sharp. There, measure 7. Because normally in F they do have a B flat and they raise it a half step. So here, that C, we gotta raise it a half step, so it's a C sharp here. Here. Okay, so I just take the melody up 1. The chords are in relation to G major. So we have the 1 chord, 5 7 chord, 1 5 7 1 5 7 1, and the 5 7 of the 2. Well, the 2 chord is here, and the 5 of that is here. So it's going to be this. That resolves to the 2. So 5 7 1 5 4 is here. 1 5 7 of 5. Well, there's the 5, and the 5 of that is an A. So it's here, and that goes into the 5 7 chord in G, which is here. I went down instead of up. Doesn't matter where you go. The point is, it's this is measure 7. We had a 1 chord, we're in key of G. Then we had a 5 7 of a 5 chord. Well, the 5 chord is here. I'm going to go down here. And the 5 of that is here. That would be this. It's the 5 7 of the 5. And then that resolves to the 5, in this case a 5 7 chord, which is the 5 chord in the key of G is here. That's the 5 chord. I'm down here. But they add the 7th. And that goes to the 1 in G. Anyway, you work out all these chords and do all that. If you have any questions, you can ask your teacher.